Remember my trick. You only have to memorize the stories that start with the smallest number. What's the story of 1 times 4? Mrs. Wonderwand can't help playing tricks on her friends. When she comes across Mr. Vampfor, she casts a spell and changes him into Vampfor Clown. 1 times 4 is 4. Remember my trick. You only have to memorize the stories that start with the smallest number. What's the story of 2 times 4? When 2 Squeaks sees Vampfor disguised as a mouse, she is not so sure, but a gust of wind blows away his false ears in the shape of an 8, and the imposter is revealed. 2 times 4 is 8. Remember my trick. You only have to memorize the stories that start with the smallest number. What's the story of 3 times 4? Threekenstein is a bit scared of Vampfor's bite, and one day he does bite his head. Threekenstein's metal hair stands up on end, comes completely unstuck, and flies across to stick on Vampfor's head. One of the vampire's own hairs sticks up straight. To get his own back on Vampfor, Threekenstein pulls out this hair and throws it away. The top of the head is shaped as a 1, and the hair is shaped as a 2. 3 times 4 is 12. What's the story of 4 times 5? What's the story of 4 times 4? When Mr. Vampfor wants some fresh blood, he pretends to fall over. Mrs. Vampfor comes to his aid with her nurse's equipment and with a fresh bag of blood. There's nothing like a little snack to bring you back to health. Mr. Vampfor brings out a straw in the shape of a 1 to sip from the bag of blood, which is in the shape of a 6. Drink up. 4 times 4 is 16. What's the story of 4 times 5? Vampfor isn't very good with matches. He tries as hard as he can to strike them, but he can never do it. Suddenly, Flaming 5 arrives, and Vampfor has an idea. He bites the dragon's tail, who breathes out an enormous flame in the shape of a 2. At last, Mr. Vampfor's pumpkin, which is in the shape of a 0, is finally alight. 4 times 5 is 20. What's the story of 4 times 6? When Vampfor sees Scorpy 6's tasty tail, he can't help taking a bite out of it. Furiously, Scorpy 6 hits him with his tail. Vampfor flies through the air and lands on a tombstone, which he breaks in the shape of a 2. 4 times 6 is 24. What's the story of 4 times 7? When Vampfor sees the mummy Ram 7, he can't help biting her. but he only manages to take a bite out of the mummy's handbag. She is so angry. She rears up and hits Vamphor on the head, spilling everything in her bag. A fine banknote in the shape of a 2, and several coins which pile up in the shape of an 8. We have an economic issue. 4 times 7 is 28. What's the story of 4 times 8? When Vamphor sees a chain of Spooky 8 the ghost, he can't help trying to bite it. Spooky 8 won't stand for that and tugs hard on his chain. Vamphor resists and pulls as hard as he can, until suddenly the chain breaks. The vampire's teeth in the shape of a 3 are pulled out by the piece of chain in the shape of a 2. 4 times 8 is 32. What's the story of 4 times 9? When Vamphor sees Slimy 9, he really wants to bite him. But Slimy 9 whistles to get the help of his friend the caterpillar. The caterpillar, which is in the shape of a 3, pulls out a clove of garlic in the shape of a 6. Oh no, garlic. Like all vampires, Vamphor hates garlic. 4 times 9 is 36. What's the story of 4 times 10? When Vamphor meets the potion Magi-10, it makes him very, very hungry. He dives headfirst into the cauldron and comes out feeling very full. He gives an enormous magic burp and blows a bubble in the shape of a 0. 4 times 10 is 40.